welcome, Fret Talk listeners. This is episode number 64 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. Say hi, me. Hello. You're here with Mr. Ayrton Tracy. Sup?
Ayrton Tracy.
Yo. With the seductive eyebrows there as well. Loving it.
Mm-hmm.
This is an audio podcast, but you can imagine those eyebrows. And we are joined by the one and only Mr. Matthew Quine.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Oh, yes, the classic lineup, the classic. So, what's going on, guys? How are we?
Pain.
Go on, spill the beans, Matt. What's gone on?
I tore my calf muscle. I didn't even get to play rugby. It's the first game of rugby season. So I get there, I get changed, go out to do a warm-up. All I did was turn around and walk backwards, and I tore my calf muscle quite badly by walking backwards.
Shit, man. It's like equal parts like just wincy pain and just hilarious that it only took walking backwards to do it.
Well, that's it. Like, I'd have been annoyed if I'd have done it in the game, but to not even get on the pitch was just really frustrating.
Yeah, it's beyond frustrating, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like, it's set me. I've got 4 weeks where I'm not able to do any sort of like running or any sort of exercise, which obviously I've been trying to do at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's frustrating. That's
the Matt tries not to get fat. He's put on hiatus at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's out for 4 weeks, and then it's going to be another 4 weeks after that until I can play rugby. So that's 2 months of the season gone already. But
oh fuck.
Yeah,
soldier on, man. Soldier on. But on the plus side, you are on some pretty high grade painkillers at the moment, aren't you?
I am. I've got diazepam, I've got naproxen, I've got cocodamol, and I've just got like smiles.
Yeah. So if Matt does start like veering off topic and start talking about the unicorn that sat in the corner smiling at him, just smile and nod. Just smile and nod. He's on his own trip this week.
Yeah. It did make Saturday night's gig quite difficult though.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, so basically I had a choice. I could either go to A&E and get it looked at, or I could do the gig. So I did the gig, and then I went to A&E the following day instead.
Shit, man.
Because I knew if I'd have gone to A&E, it'd have been like 7 or 8 hours, and I wouldn't have got to the venue on time.
Yeah.
So luckily, I'd already set up before the rugby match. So all my gear was on the stage and everything. I didn't have to do any of that nonsense.
Yeah.
So I just drove home, which was interesting. Picked up my crutches that I've still got from the last time I've been injured. And then drove to the gig, did the gig, sat down on a stool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Almost like kind of 90s unplugged kind of vibe there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Do you remember those? The MTV Unplugged series?
I was going to say, I've seen bits from YouTube.
Yeah, I was not old enough to kind of know it firsthand, but I've seen some since. And there's some absolute blinders, but there's some really, really fucking just cringy ones as well.
I've only ever seen clips from 2, and that's Nirvana and Eric Clapton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
I really enjoyed the Alice in Chains one.
So the Nirvana one is pretty much the definitive one, isn't it? If you think of MTV Unplugged, you think of the Nirvana Unplugged set, and in fact, that's where I know that Bowie tune from, and the Lead Belly tune as well. My first frame of reference for those two tunes were from that.
Yeah.
Absolutely wicked as well. It was just like blinding performance from all of them.
It was.
And yeah, like Ayrton said, Alice in Chains did one which is supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, there was the Clapton one as well, where with that unplugged version of Layla, which again, it like endures even to this day. But I remember watching, I think it was Kiss doing the unplugged session.
That doesn't sound like it would go well.
No.
It weren't. Well, I'd say it weren't terrible. It weren't unlistenable, but I don't remember it being their finest gig. They are very much a band who rely on loud blaring amps to smooth over the certain errors, don't they?
Just a little bit, yeah.
In fact, actually, I think by that point they had Bruce Kulick doing guitar duties with them. So in fact, they would have been like musically on point. But yeah, Kiss. I think it was without makeup as well. They were going through that phase.
Just why did they? No, like as much as Kiss are good fun, like they were good fun because of the makeup and the loud amps, and they weren't really fantastically talented. Yeah, they weren't the most talented musicians, were they?
No, I mean, I went to see them at Download 2009, I think it was. And they were fantastic, but it was for all of those reasons that there was a guitar pickup that set on fire, and there was like Paul Stanley being airlifted into the crowd to do a song, and there was just, Gene Simmons being lifted up and like spitting blood and all this. So it was all like very theatric, and it was very like rock and roll. And you can understand why they had a career for doing that. But then you put them on an acoustic stage, take all the makeup off as well. I mean, they're not pretty chaps, are they? Kiss.
It must have just looked like an open mic down the local pub.
Yeah, it's just like, fucking hell, who let these trolls on the guitar?
I've had a few beers and that's them gone. I can play guitar, don't worry.
Yeah, how hard can this Kiss tune be? It's 4 chords, isn't it? Fucking hell. Oh, okay. So speaking of concerts, Ayrton, you've got a bit of news of what you've been up to this week, haven't you?
Yeah. It was the usual shit, band practice, getting ready for the gig on Friday. But the interesting one was that I got Metallica tickets for Metallica playing at the Etihad next year.
Boom.
And, a lot of controversial stuff on Facebook about ticket prices.
Yeah. I mean, with bands like that, it's there's always a backlash against ticket prices, aren't there? Let's talk about the positive first, though. So it's Metallica, but Ghost are also supporting.
Yeah, and there's another band which I've never heard of, but I called it about 3 months ago now, saying Metallica and Ghost are going to play together. Ghost are coming up the ranks fast. James has been cited at a few Ghost concerts, singing along and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, it happens. But, I mean, I think the price that I paid was fair for Ghost and Metallica, seeming they're only doing 2 UK dates.
Yeah.
So, in total, including shipping, handling fees, and postage, it was £110.
I mean,
£95 a ticket.
Yeah, it's
before the handling and stuff, which isn't too bad technically if you think about it. I mean, I got Ozzy Osbourne and Judas Priest tickets for the No More Tours 2 tour a couple of weeks ago. I think that was £80 a ticket.
So I mean, it's comparable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Metallica being like a absolutely huge world touring band who have endured many decades of music. So if anyone can command prices like that, it's got to be those guys.
And they're still going to sell out within about 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
If that, 2 days.
I mean, I've got people on my Facebook who were like, fingers crossed. And then like I see them popping up like, yeah, I've got the tickets, woo! Which, fair play. If that is what you want to spend your cash on, if that's something that you will enjoy and it will be an experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life, then yeah, by all means. So yeah, I mean, you alluded to the fact that there was some backlash against the ticket prices. So what's been going on with that on your Facebook feed at the moment?
Oh, well, there's the good old age one that I think every person will have is, why would I want to pay that much money to go see Metallica when I can go see anywhere between 10 and 20 unsigned bands for a reasonable price for the same amount of money?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's all good. I mean, technically some people can do both. But it's either a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go see Metallica play, because they sell out so fast, or you go see a couple of bands that you might see another 14, 15 times.
Yeah. So, I mean, the perspective of it for me is that, like, a good percentage of these unsigned bands will have listened to Metallica and will have taken them as inspiration for doing their music, or will be inspired by bands who were inspired by Metallica. So it's all good and well saying, yeah, support your local scene, and yeah, if that's what you like to do, then yeah, by all means do it. But don't shit on the guy who's going to see, like, the people who originated like certain, like this kind of era of music. Like they defined, along with the other big four, they defined thrash in the 80s, and they've pretty much had a consistent career since. So yeah, to those people who are saying that, fuck you, just simple, fuck you.
Yeah. That's what I've been saying all along to people.
I mean, it is all good and well, and I think there is argument to say that, like, yeah, the unsigned band scene needs something to revive it, because it's not doing great at the moment. But ragging on the people who are essentially your target audience, people who go to gigs, that ain't the way to do it.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, that's got me as well. It got me a bit riled up as well. Like, people essentially like trying to band shame the people who got tickets to these gigs. Just, nah, don't do it. Don't be that guy. Sorry, I'm having to take a swig of my my pretty hardcore coffee right now. So I was chatting to you guys at the start of the cast. Matt was saying, "Oh yeah, like I'm on these mad painkillers," and you were saying, "Yeah, I've been down the pub." I'm holding up a mug of coffee, but it's decaf coffee, because after this I'm going straight to bed. Living the life.
Aye.
So I've done quite a bit of stuff this week, and I might mix it up a little bit in terms of the order. So I'm going to start off. I've been surfing eBay and certain guitar sites, because
dangerous. That's very dangerous.
Well, yeah. I mean, it ended up being so. So I sold a pedal this week out of the blue. Like, I posted it up on one of the gear exchanges probably about 2 months ago. Just forgot about it, and then I got a message off someone saying, "Oh, is this still available?" Like, yep, sorted. Got that. That went through wicked. So I had like some money burning a hole in my PayPal account. So I thought, let's check eBay. Let's see what's going on. And the first thing that I was doing, I was looking at there's this company, Hello Sailor Effects, who I happen to follow on Instagram. Really cool effects pedals, like really awesome. They're like tag boards, wired, so like old school wiring, with like pretty cool, like big fat resistors and stuff, and it looks like vintage and old school. but the enclosures are really like bright and colourful and really, really well thought out aesthetic. So he posted up a couple of eBay listings this week, so I started following them, and I put in a bid for a double broadside, and the broadside is like, it's a bit of a strange drive because it can work in kind of two ways. You can use it as a boost pedal, so it's got a volume and a gain, and you can use it to kind of give you that sweet, creamy lead tone. But it also works as something called an underdrive, which if you've got a driven signal, you can crank the controls the other way and get it to kind of clean up your signal. And I thought that was a really interesting concept. So I put some bids on that, put in a maximum bid, and then went off to adult that day. And then I got pipped to the post by £1.
So annoying.
Yeah, it was.
Couldn't
It was
worse.
annoying.
It could have been a penny.
Yeah, I suppose that. So the guy who bought it actually started chatting to me on Instagram, and was just like, "Oh shit, man, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Nah, it's all good. It's all good." But since then, I've had an itchy trigger finger on the sales sites, and I got like an absolutely wicked deal on a Joyo. I think they call it the Vintage Overdrive, the Joyo Vintage. Basically a TS9, I think. But along with that, the same guy who was selling that was also selling an Ibanez Tube Screamer Mini for a pretty fucking good price. So I might have bought them.
You bastard.
The Joyo thing is more because there's loads of people online saying that the Joyo it's a really good TS clone, and it's one of the most legit Joyo pedals. And I thought, I've tried the Ultimate Drive, I've tried quite a bunch of the Joyo stuff, but the Tube Screamer clone I haven't. So I thought, yeah, go on, I'll go for it. It's a good price. And then the TS Mini. I know, Matt, you sing the praise of this one, don't you?
I love the TS Mini. I bought it 4 years ago, and it's one of two pedals that have stayed on my board. It's got one as well.
Yeah, man.
It's on loan.
Everyone's rocking the TS Mini.
Yeah, you'll keep if it's on loan with the option to buy, you'll buy it. Like I say, I think I've had mine for 4 years, and I'm pretty sure there's only 2 pedals on that pedal board that have been on there for those 4 years.
Nice.
And the other one is a Line 6 M5, which I use as 9 different things, including a tuner.
Yeah,
so
it's your Swiss Army pedal, that isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've swapped out all my other drives, everything else has been on and off, but that Tube Screamer Mini is just the best lead boost out there for under 150 quid, and it was 65 quid new, and you've picked yours up for less than that, second hand.
Yeah, considerably less than that. So yeah, I look forward to. I might even do, because I did some many months back now. I did a comparison between kind of light drive pedals, which had the Digitech Bad Monkey, the Screaming Blues, and one of the Moore ones, the Blues Crab, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I might do a strictly Tube Screamer flavoured. I think I not do the Green Mile as well. I don't know. I might have. So I've still got the Green Mile. So I might do the Green Mile versus the Mini Tube Screamer versus the Joyo versus the Bad Monkey, and see what.
It'd be interesting to hear. Like I say, I did a bit of research before actually buying the Tube Screamer Mini, because I wanted a Tube Screamer because obviously everybody that said a lot, it's kind of like a well-known thing to use as your lead boost. Tube Screamer of some description, and the Mini is based on the 808 circuit, which obviously is more expensive than the 9, and like it's on some fairly well-known records. Like some fairly well-known bands use the 808. That's why I ended up picking it.
It's slightly less gain than the 9, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is very slightly in that, you know. I think that the sweep does overlap, like sort of in the middle, but you can get less drive if you want, or you can get it into the 9 by turning it up full.
Yeah. And if you're looking at it as a lead boost, you don't necessarily need shit tons of gain. It's just a tiny little bit of hair, and then it's that kind of mid-hump shaping, isn't it, that you want?
See, the way that I do it with that pedal is I don't have any gain. I just use the level. I just turn the level up to where I need it, turn the gain down, put the tone where I want it.
Yeah.
And that gives you the boost without the overdrive, in a sense.
Yeah.
And I know
that's how a lot of bands that I listen to use it, like Parkway Drive, they do it. Architects, they do it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And other podcast or guest, Chris Wilson, has one, and he has the drive turned off and uses it as a boost pedal, just exactly like you said there. So that's a common way to use them as well. I've got my gain at like 11 o'clock.
Of course you have. Dirty bastard. Have it.
See, who's the real metalhead here, me or Matt?
See, tries to suggest it, but he's into the dirty metals.
Just a little.
So yeah, I mean that's one of the things that I've done this week. I've done a little bit of guitar playing as well. Strangely, it's been a while. No, I whipped out my my Ibanez Fireman because
calm down, lad.
I whipped out my Fireman, sprayed all over the place.
I knew that was coming.
You knew it was coming. Oh, matron.
I bet you did, didn't you, Matt?
I shouldn't speak around you guys, should I?
No, probably not. It's why we do a podcast, isn't it? So, Ibanez Fireman, I was playing it, felt wicked, plays great. I was not getting inspired, though, and it was the pickups that were doing it for me. I think, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, I've been spoilt on pickups. I get to play quite a few with my good friend Mr. Fletcher over at Fletcher Pickups, and his pickups are just super clear and defined and just nom tasty delicious tone. And I wasn't getting that quite from the Fireman, so I'm just like, got to get rid of the pickups. Got to put some Fletchers in this. So that's happening this week.
Aren't they like 200 quid's worth of pickups you've got already in there?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I had a look to give like a quick pricing guide, and that if you buy them new, they are £77-ish per pickup. So I mean that knocks you well over the £200 mark. I'm selling them for like $120 on the Gear Exchange. I might even accept a little less than that, to be honest. If any of you Fret Talk listeners want some new pickups, some DiMarzio noise cancelling pickups, just hit me up. See what we can do. See if we can get a deal sorted there. But
they give out some cheesy pickup lines as well.
I think I will just sell the pickups. I'm not gonna do any cheesy pickup lines with that.
Fuck.
But yeah, I posted some stuff on my Instagram as well over this last weekend. So a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned the Fletcher staple pickups, which were like a kind of prototype thing, and then I played them and then mentioned them again, and just going, yeah, they're really actually pretty good. I thought, you know what, I'll go well with these. Slide. Slide will go well with these. So I busted out my slides and did a little. It was a little bit ropey, but you can forgive me. I did a little bit of kind of gospel-y lead line, and turns out, yeah, they're really, really nice. They're really, really nice. So,
yeah.
Again, I am being spoiled on pickups, just by the Fletcher pickups. We've got some talk about some pickups which aren't Fletcher pickups later on in the cast, actually. So we'll slap right on into that news. We'll go head first into the news. So I got an email today from Guitar saying Gibson 2018 range price drops. So of course, when you get something like that, you think, go on, how cheap are they actually going? Because before that, nope. Yeah, turns out some of them actually pretty tempting.
Really tempting.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little look back at the 2018 range, at the current pricing, and kind of reassess whether they're viable options. Because when you're talking like close to $3,000 for a Les Paul standard, let's have a look. Actually, yeah, 2,600 pretty much for a Les Paul standard. I instantly switch off and go, nah, I ain't buying that. But now they've lowered that price considerably. It's slightly more tempting. So I'm going to go through a couple of the models that are still available, but that I also thought were pretty good. So I'm going to. So the Studio, I'm not a particular fan of, but it's gone from £1,300 to just under $1,000, so $999, which is kind of where you expect the Studios to sit. So I thought that's all right. That's a decent little saving. We've got the Classics that were 1,800 new when they were initially released, and they are coming in at 1,400. The Traditional, and this is probably my pick of the lot because the finish on those Traditionals,
yeah,
damn,
I know what you mean.
So they were 2,200 originally, talking 1,700 now, and then the standards, like I said, 2,600 down to 1,900. So, I mean, out of those lot, I'd probably go gold top for the Classic.
Yeah.
So the gold top with the P90s, because you're not getting much classier than that, are you? With the gold top and the P90s. The Trad, as I mentioned, probably the best finish of the lot was the Honeyburst. I would go for.
Yeah.
And then the standard, there were kind of two. So the Heritage Cherry Burst was a kind of a deeper red than it usually is, and I thought that looked really good. But then they do what they call Blood Orange Burst, which was kind of like a wine red to an almost orange centre. So like a dark Heritage Cherry, and I thought that was pretty tasty too. How about yourself, Matt? You've had a little look at these as well, haven't you?
Yeah, my biggest shock was the fact that the high performance didn't drop anywhere near as much as anything else. I don't know whether you noticed that.
No, I completely bypassed them.
So the high performance was $3,000, and they've dropped it to 2,700. So they've barely dropped it at all, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand if they managed to drop the standard by £900 or whatever it is, £700.
700, yeah, that is.
Why can't they do that with the high performance?
The high performance, yeah, starting at an even higher price point. You would have thought that would be the biggest saving, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's a little bit odd, but yeah, for me, I think the gold top Classic, I think, is possibly the best looking guitar there.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, when I saw the Gold Top Classic and I saw the fact that it was going for 1,400, I instantly clicked on the finance options to see what the feasibility for it was going to be. I ended up talking myself out of it, but it was touch and go for a moment.
Well, that was my first thing was, I wonder how difficult it would be. Yeah, but I don't need P90. Like, I don't need that at the moment. I've got enough guitars.
But I mean, considering the fact that we both looked at it and started almost seriously considering what would be the feasibility behind this, that's a testament to how much that price drop has kind of influenced it.
Yeah, and it is like you say. I think it's £400 price drop on that one, is it?
Yeah. I mean, that's not as big a price drop as some of the others, but because it's now under kind of 1.5, you're thinking that's not too bad. But even the traditional at 1.7, you're looking at that, you're thinking that is a Les Paul's Les Paul. That's a classic looking Les Paul in a classic finish, traditional as well. So you're not talking like silly modern accoutrements with it. It's some actual classic Les Pauling, and not reaching the £2,000 mark. It's plausible.
Yeah, and I think Gibson are dropping these prices because obviously they've got the 2019s coming out. They don't want their 2018s competing with it. They want to push people towards the 2019s.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But I still think they're probably not going to be losing out. But I bet you the profit margins will be pretty slim on these now.
Yeah, they're priced clear, aren't they? They're priced so that they'll leave the shop, so that they'll make room for those 2019s. And it happens every year. It happens every year without fail. You get these end of the line, and it's not just Gibson. I bought my ESP telly in end of the line stock, and it was like 400 quid's worth of telly, knocked down to like 250.
Yeah, the big one I remember people getting annoyed about was PRS when they had those. Was it Wood Library? Was that their thing?
Yeah.
And they'd release like 3 or 4 different ones at a time, and you'd spend like $3,500-4 grand on one, and then when it got to the last one in the shop, they dropped by like 1,200 quid because they had the next ones coming in, and the people who bought them when they first came out went absolutely nuts because they just spent $4 grand, and if they bought it as an investment piece or they bought it with the thing of it'll still be worth something if I sell it on, and they're then selling the new one for 1,200 quid less. It's 1,200 quid that they've lost out on immediately before anything else. It's just
no, I completely agree, man. I
remember.
Completely agree that it's almost like you hear these people who buy BMWs and like Audis and stuff like that, and then the moment you drive it off the forecourt, it's lost. It's lost like 15 grand. Yeah.
I think it loses about 20%. Anything loses about 20% soon as you take it out of a shop room.
Yeah, it's fucking mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental. But it is the way. It's the way of capitalism, I suppose. It happens with everything.
That's why you buy second-hand kids.
Well, yeah, and that's one way of getting around it. And you can get a Les Paul standard, and we're talking like the standard. If you're talking like anything from 2000 to probably about 2005, you can get them for like $1 grand, 1-2, if you look hard enough. And it's just like, well, yeah, and you're almost asking like the grand for the studio now. So, yeah, I mean, I had a look through some of the other the 2018s, some of the semi-hollows, and they were still going for some ridiculous cash.
Yeah.
I didn't actually note any down, but I don't remember seeing any of the 335s for less than $2,000, which is a bit of a shame. But they tend to they do ask a premium for them anyway.
What about the SGs? What were they like?
I think the only one that I saw was an SG faded, and it was 700, and it had only been knocked down by £100, I think. So it was really disappointing on the SG.
I'd still buy it.
Yeah, I mean it was fine. It was just like I would have liked to have seen some standards, but if they've all sold out, they've all sold out, haven't they? People clearly buying them at the standard price.
Yeah, I think the SGs are more reasonably, or in people's eyes, are more reasonably priced, aren't they? They don't go anywhere near that £2,700 that the standards are. The Les Paul standards.
No, I don't even think they dip into the $2,000 mark. I think they're well below that.
Mm.
But I don't know. That the 2018s. I'm actually surprised that they sold them all because they had that weird fucking salmon burst finish.
That wasn't standard. That was the high performance again. They did an SG high performance. That was that weird half finished dipped burst thingy.
Yeah. I think they called it the fade, didn't they? And it weren't called salmon or rare steak fade. But I can't remember what it is.
That's just what we dubbed it.
No.
They do still have some, or Guitar do still have some standard 2018 SGs. They've knocked £150 off the price tag, so it's 1,149 now.
And what was that for, sorry?
The SG standard 2018.
Okay. I must have missed those.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not bad at all.
1,149.
Heritage Cherry, Satin Cherry, and that's it by the looks of it. It looks like they've just got 2 different colours of cherry.
Oh, don't do this to me, no.
Ayrton. That's it.
Oh, that's my next wage gone.
Well, finance is available, isn't it? I mean, with Guitar, not that I've ever tried this multiple times, but they do a 12-month deferred payment, so, you know, you can take it.
Buy now, worry about it in the future.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, in 11 months' time, you start to panic, yeah. Go, shit, I need to work overtime.
If you want it in another colour, you could always go left-handed and have it in black.
No SG should ever be in black, unless it's in Angus Young's hand or Tony Iommi's hands.
Fair play.
I quite like them in black.
Yeah, I could do a black SG. If they want to send me one, Gibson, if you want to send me an SG over, I'll happily take the black one off your hands if you're trying to get rid.
I mean, I'll try it out until it gets broken in about 3,000 years.
That's it. So, Gibson, send us all out one. We'll do a fair and honest review on them.
I'll do a few gigs with it and get you promotion.
That's it. We'll do it for exposure. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what all the promoters say, isn't it? Fucking hell. Right, yeah. So we've got some other things what we can talk about this week, because I think Gibson, generally speaking, when they're cheaper, they're a bit more tempting. I think that's how we've fallen on that one.
Yeah.
So Seymour Duncan, they don't do Fletcher pickups. Seymour Duncan have released.
They don't do Fishman's either.
They don't. They have released a new Strat set, which that's nothing new because they've done Strat sets for a while. This set is called the Red Devil PAF set, and are based around. I think the marketing is that you get the Pearly Gates, Billy Gibbons, Les Paul sound in a Strat, which that's a bold claim right there. It's a very bold claim.
Less wood, less tone.
Yeah, I mean, that the thickness of the body and the body material is going to be a factor. But I mean,
But wait, tone wood doesn't matter.
That is a debate for another day.
I just throw that one in for us.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Just
annoy everybody.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're already screaming at the podcast to say, get on with it. So Alnico 5 magnets, which is to be expected. The middle and neck are kind of smoother PAF style winds, but the bridge is wound hotter, which is nothing new. They come in black, white, cream, and parchment finishes. So again, from these Strat humbucker style pickups, that's nothing new. They've done those for ages. The price of them. So I saw a thing on it saying it was like $299, but Ayrton, you've actually looked them up on the English websites, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it's
Anderton's for the set is £89.
fucking hell.
Or if you just want the neck pickup, it's £99.
So that's hang on, how does that work? $389, or you can get one pickup,
Just one.
for
Just the neck
£99.
pickup. The whole set's on Anderton's for £389, and then just the neck pickup on Guitar is £99.
That seems
But that's because we all know that Billy Gibbons has only ever used the bridge pickup, and therefore that's the one you want, and that's going to be £200.
Yeah. Hang on. Actually, there's one here on Sound Effects Premiere. Let's have a look.
even
Or is that
more
just
money.
a set? If this is a set, then no problem. But if it's just one pickup, oh no, available in set, neck or bridge. Let's just have a look at the bridge pickup.
Go on.
The bridge on Sound Effects Premiere is £97.
So there you go. So if you buy them separately, you're saving money.
Or how much is the actual set on Sound Effects?
Go on.
We got a saving here on Sound Effects Premiere. If you want the set, it's £291.
There you go. That sounds about right. So £300 for a set of pickups. Not the most expensive pickups that I've ever heard, but considering that's a set of Seymour Duncan pickups, which they usually come in at about like 50 to 70 a pickup.
Not for the custom shop though.
Oh, is this what this is?
Surely these must be custom shops. Like the other Billy Gibbons ones were custom shops. The telly ones.
Okay. What's the telly one?
Like,
What were they?
Yeah, it's unreasonable.
Were they a recent thing?
Yeah, they're like the telly pickups are possibly the best telly pickups I've ever heard in my life. And I know it's probably because they don't sound like telly pickups; they sound like punching you in the face. But those custom shop stacked rather than like not next to each other like these Strat ones, but they're stacked humbuckers instead.
Yeah. Well, it's a hum cancelling single coil with a stacked magnet.
Those words.
Yeah.
It's like I think the bridge pickup is 28k output, and the neck was like 22. But yeah, Steve had a set of them in his in one of his tellies, and it just sounds amazing.
Bang on.
And if these Strats are anything like them, then I kind of want to say they're probably worth the money.
The one gripe I've got about this to start off with, the product video, they sound alright, don't get me wrong, they sound like decent pickups. But if you've got a Billy Gibbons signature pickup, you really want to hear Billy Gibbons. Well, you really want to hear like a Billy Gibbons style playing, even if it's not Billy Gibbons himself. You want some of that kind of Texasy, just rawness. And this guy, bless him, he wasn't Billy Gibbons. He did a decent job, but he weren't Billy Gibbons. So I mean that's part of my gripe with it. I have played the Pearly Gate set, and they are possibly one of the finest humbuckers around. I really like the Pearly Gate set, and as a weird bonus to them as well, when you split them, the single coil sounds are really good as well. So that's awesome. However, I've never heard a humbucking Strat sized pickup that sounds like a humbucker. They kind of sound part of the way there, but they never sound like a humbucker because the magnets aren't
big enough.
Yeah, they're not the same. It's too smaller enclosure for it, and there's no way that you're getting all of that like big, rich, bassy, mid-rich goodness out of a Strat.
Proper creaminess isn't going to come from such a small pickup.
No, it won't. And like I say, they'll probably sound really nice. And like Matt's attesting to the fact that the ones that Billy Gibbons puts his names to, they often come with quality with them. However, if they're touting it as being a Pearly Gates pickup, it ain't going to be a Pearly Gates pickup.
No.
So that's my problem.
I think they've marketed it. I think it's bad marketing as opposed to the pickups being bad themselves. Though, like they will still be incredible sounding pickups. They won't sound like a normal Strat set. They won't get you all the way to a PAF sound, but they'll get you closer than probably any other Strat style pickup would.
Yeah. But my argument then is if you really want a PAF sound, you really want that
buy a
kind
guitar
of
with humbuckers.
Well, that's it. That I mean,
buy a decent guitar, yeah.
If you're after a Les Paul sound, don't try and get it out of a Strat. What am I on about? out of a Strat style guitar.
I really want to know what position 2 and 4 sound like. Like what Les Paul sound are you going for there with position 2 or 4 from this pickup set?
An unplugged one.
The set, it's only a 3-way position switch, and it just does neck and bridge, and it just completely ignores the middle pickup, even though you're paying another like 90 quid for it. That'd be glorious. So what are we thinking on the Seymour Duncans? Like I said, the marketing's not working for me. I have no doubts that they will probably be quite good sounding pickups, and I don't want to poo-poo the pickups, especially because I'm insanely biased towards a certain pickup manufacturer, and it ain't Seymour Duncan.
No, it's Fishman, isn't it?
Yep, Fishman, float my boat. But yeah, I've had Seymour Duncans in the past. I mean, I champion the quarter pounder as being an amazing pickup, and my first Fletcher pickup was an emulation of the Seymour Duncan quarter pounder. So that's how much I enjoy the quarter pounder. But 300 quid for something which will get you part of the way there to a humbucker sound.
Why do that when you can go for a proper cheap Epiphone Les Paul for about 300 quid?
Oh fuck, man! We were supposed to be talking about that this week, weren't we? We were supposed to be talking about like just shitty advertisements, just really shitty advertisements.
Which brings us on to the next topic.
No. Just on these Seymour Duncan, whatever they are. Like, I'm sure the pickups are good. I think the marketing's probably done in the wrong way. They're significantly cheaper than the telly set that Billy Gibbons had, because they were 200 quid a pickup. But they were custom shop something or other, limited editions. There was like 40 or 50 of them sets made. So
yeah.
Did they play the guitar for you as well?
No, you still had to play the guitar. Like I say, I really like the Tele pickups, but they didn't make your guitar into a humbucker. They didn't sound like a Path. They just didn't sound like anything that you've ever heard from a Telecaster.
They sounded like Billy Gibbons.
Yeah.
He's a man who I would never say he's got bad tone.
He defies logic.
He could plug into a Line 6 Spider and still make it sound good.
Let's see.
Well, that's it. Have you seen the video of him in the streets? I think was it in Vienna where he picks the guitar up off a busker?
Yeah,
I believe I have. Yeah, and just starts ripping it.
And it's like an Encore Strat. And it sounds like a frickin'
it sounds like Billy Gibbons, doesn't it? But
it's just
he plays like 7 strings as well, and you think the man's getting like big fat tone out of 7 strings. He's a voodoo magician.
He is a monster.
So, just being wary of the amount of time we got left. We're gonna go to our final news topic for today, which is something that I give so little fucks about. I've been putting this news article off for probably about 3 weeks now, because I don't give any shits about this, but I feel that it's probably worth mentioning because there's not much going on. So, KHDK, the nation's favourite guitar pedal company.
The first ever guitar pedal company run by a guitarist.
That's it.
Oh dear.
Kirk
It
Hammett.
only uses one fucking pedal.
That I imagine that will be on his headstone. That will be. It'll be his epitaph.
No, it'll say needs more water.
That's it. It'll just be the headstone will just be a giant crybaby.
Yeah.
Just be
He'll
like
get buried in a crybaby.
what he would have wanted. That's it. So back on this KHDK pedal rather than ragging on Kirk. So it's called the Unicorn Blood Fuzz, and it's got a story behind the name, which again didn't give 2 shits about. But so
Semi went gay for about 2 weeks when he made this pedal.
Did you listen to last week when, like, within the first 5 minutes I had to do an inappropriate joke? It was brilliant.
I did. It made me giggle.
Yeah, I thought it was quite a tactful way of addressing some of the things that shouldn't be said.
You mean the one that I'm biting my tongue at right now to just bring
Yep, that's the one. So, Unicorn Blood Fuzz. There's a Chicago dark matter coffee company. They have an espresso blend called the Unicorn Blood, and apparently that's what inspired the pedal. So, coffee inspired pedal.
Coffee to fuzz pedal.
That's it. Yeah. I suppose if you drink so much of it, you'll go fuzzy, maybe. I don't know.
Hang on, right. If you buy the pedal, do you get a free bag of their coffee?
That would be a nice touch, wouldn't it? It would be a nice touch.
That would be a good touch.
So, the Unicorn Blood Fuzz, it's an...
No. Wait, it does.
Does
Each of the 100-piece limited series is hand-wired custom shop and ships with a bag of Unicorn Blood espresso blend of dark matter coffee.
That's it. There you go. Selling point.
Wow.
So it's a fuzz octave, which is it's a common combination. You've got a switch for both, so I believe you could do the octave independently, but I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, wait, let's think of a guitar company that's already done that with an artist. MXR.
But this is Slash who put his name to any fucking thing, wouldn't he?
But it's not quite Joe Bonamassa.
But that is true. But he's got signature MXR pedals as well, hasn't he? the fuzz face, the shiny chrome one.
Yeah.
No, that one MXR, was it? No. He's probably got something MXR.
I think MXR's with the Hendrix Octave Fuzz, wasn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so you've got the fuzz side has got a fuzz, volume, and treble control, which standard fuzz. The octave side, I could not make head nor tails of. So it's got 3 switches, got a fat switch, a sludge switch, and a boost switch, none of which were explained in any way in the product video. It's got a bass knob and an octatone knob, which again, yeah. So the product video was done by Brent Hines, and yeah, he very much did not go into the explanation behind this pedal. He spent about 3 minutes just ripping it on an SG, and by the end of it, I thought, yeah, SGs with vibrola trem systems are fucking cool. It weren't a particularly fancy sounding pedal. It sounded like it was an analog octave, which I suppose you get some brownie points for. So kind of a little bit glitchy, and it sounded a bit too precise to be an analog octave, but it gave me that vibe that it was analog. But I don't know again. Couldn't tell you what the octatone knob does. Brent Hines described it as it being like a cup of coffee with sugar and cream, and the octatone is like adding the sugar and cream. Fucked if I know where he was going with that metaphor.
Well, it's all right. The KHDK website doesn't even tell you what that knob does. So.
No, because I'm on it right now and I'm looking and I can't see fuck all about it.
So
clearly, nobody knows what it does.
I imagine you open up the back and it's not wired to anything. It's just it's a pot there, but it's not wired. So yeah, fuzz octave. It's reverb exclusive, as Ayrton said, and it's 100 units as well. So it's by now it's probably sold out, which great.
Thank fuck. Shit about the coffee though, because I really wanted some decent coffee.
There you go. I mean, I'm sure you don't have to buy the pedal to get the coffee.
Fuck it! I'd just sell the pedal for about 50 quid, just as long as I get the coffee.
That's it. Give me the coffee. So, what are we thinking of this fuzz octave KHDK pedal? Do we have anything redeeming to say about it? Does anyone have anything nice to say about it?
It's got some different coloured knobs on it. And
it does.
Different sized knobs.
It definitely does.
And there's a painting of a unicorn and a rainbow.
A rainbow, yeah.
So
if you're into My Little Pony, this is the pedal for you.
There you go. So that's the target audience for this. And I think that's probably where we're going to wrap it for this week. I'm glad that I was talking over the top of that, Matt, because I don't think
that's where he's aiming the pedal at.
I don't want to know where he's aiming his pedal. Thank you very much.
Hang on a minute. No, we don't. That's crossing some sort of line.
We'll see if it makes the cut this week. So.
Well, it's not going to be Kurt, is it, with a fucking pedal like that? As much as I love the bastard, I'm going to rip him to fuck this pedal.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's not great. I don't think we're its target audience. And I think the fact that we are actively just taking the piss out of it probably says more about our stance on it than our words are. So, wrapping the podcast for this week. That's where we're ending. Okay, we're doing some plugs. If you want to find us online, potentially where we're less drugged up and less just loopy as fuck. I doubt that, mate. I would very much doubt that. Yeah, I'm not promising anything, but we might be less loopy as fuck. If you go in Facebook groups and you look for the Fret Talk podcast, you'll find us there. If you want to find me, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, you go facebook.com/Budget Pedal Chap, instagram.com/Budget Pedal Chap, or YouTube and type in Budget Pedal Chap. Shit's happening. Yeah, you know the drill. The ball's gonna get rolling soon because I feel that I'm becoming less busy. So potentially that will be the next thing. If you want to find Ayrton, you can check out his band, Sin Circus, and I think it's facebook.com/The Sin Circus.
I think so.
I think I know it better than you because I typed it into the podcast show notes the other week.
There you go then.
If you want to find Matt online, he's a busy man. He's really busy. He does another podcast. He does The Wrestlings. And you find that it's the Bad Bookers podcast on iTunes, on Zcast, on Acast, on SoundCloud, and on Stitcher. Those guys are busy.
Pretty much everywhere apart
and if you want to check him, if you want to find him on Twitter, it is heel_MattQ at Twitter.
Yep.
Boom. I've practiced this. Or I just listened to this week's podcast a couple of days ago. So it's like I did last week. That's us for this week. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, and girls. And I think you can tell just how we're running on fumes this week, considering I'm drinking decaf coffee to try and keep myself awake. And we're on various mind-altering drugs to try and keep us sane. But thank you for listening. So for us at the Fret Talk Podcast, this has been episode 64, and it will be a goodbye and good night for this week.
Goodbye and good night.
Ciao.
God damn. I tell you what, you might get at the end of this week's podcast: a fart. I just recorded a fart.
Oh dear.